for people who don't know what swatting is, I'll just quickly say it's where you call the cops and say that something bad is happening at a particular location, and you know immediately we need help. We need help. So call 911, do all of that stuff. Erroneously, you're doing that not erroneously. You're doing it with the express purpose of scaring the living daylights or causing harm to whomever you're doing this on, wherever the location is that you're calling it on. This leads to people. I mean, we've seen conservative journalists have this happen to them, where in the middle of the night they get woken up, and there are cops, in their house, pointing guns at them. I mean, this is serious stuff. This is absolutely terrifying. So, what's even more terrifying is that on the Moms Demand Action group, that's that. We've talked about that before. They were the ones who had that ridiculously horrible ad sponsored by Michael Bloomberg. These people, not the main group itself, but the people commenting on their Facebook page, supporters of Moms Demand Action, have been repeatedly saying that, hey, if you know somebody who open carries, if you know somebody who has a gun, then call them, SWAT them, call 911 and say that this person is doing something. You heard a scream or whatever, and there's bad stuff happening, so that the cops come in and see somebody with a gun. I mean, the as bad as the waking up to see a police officer with a gun in your face, as bad as that is, hopefully, if you aren't perceived as a threat, then things, hopefully will calm down. But if you're perceived as a threat in your own house, and what's the first thing that you do if you were somebody if you're a gun owner and some armed person breaks into your house? What do you do? What do you do? What's the correct response? So
you defend yourself. You absolutely defend yourself. Period.
And that's what makes this so incredibly deadly and scary and terrifying, is the fact that they're trying to use this tactic of swatting to and they outright say that who cares if they get killed, because they deserve to get shot because they're gun owners. It's absolutely disgusting.
There's been a story in the news, and I haven't been following it closely, but a African American man was in a store like a Walmart or something. He had a BB gun, and someone called the cops. Cops came in and shot him and killed him. And the article mentions this story, and it mentions that the 911 call, they matched up the timestamp with the timestamp of the surveillance. And the 911 call is saying, yeah, he's brandishing this weapon, he's threatened 2 children, he's pointing it at everyone in the store, he's wild, he's crazy. And when you look at the timestamp of the surveillance from that, he's got the gun pointed at the ground, it's a toy gun, he's not attacking anyone, he's not approaching anyone. And it seems from that evidence that this person was just swatting the guy to make a point, to make a national news story, to get their cause out, or whatever they were trying to do. But I mean, that's the intent of this and the goal of this.
That is what is so evil about this, and the people that are that committed to limiting gun rights, that they will cause irreparable harm and death in some cases to people for exercising their rights because they do not like the way they are being exercised. If you had any doubt about what we're against, what we're up against on the left, that right there should tell you everything you need to know.
No, this type of thing has always been a tactic of the big government and of the left. They want to control you. They think that they know better than you how to live your life, and they will do anything up into including killing someone to get people to live according to what they think is best. And we've seen it all over and over again throughout history. And we're seeing some on the left with that same thing now, where they're willing to get people killed just to start a discussion or to start something to promote their ideas, to control what you do.
And that's what it is. That this is a righteous thing. They feel righteous in doing this. It's absurd, the kind of mindset that these people have. It's like, I mean, I really don't want to violate certain laws of the internet, but you know, at some point you have to talk about desiring people to be killed because of their ideology. I mean, that's what we're talking about. That's what these people are explicitly talking about in these posts.
This is typical. This is not anything out of the ordinary. This is how the left fights.